Hey guys, welcome back. It's time for another Whatnot Scumdoggery episode, and we got a lot to get through today. We're going to go through as fast as possible. We're going to see a lot of clips. We're going to see a lot of douchebaggery. And first, we're going to thank Poke Collect for bringing this to my attention. There are many posts, as we're going to see here. There are many testimonies from many individuals who feel like they were wronged, who have seen an issue here over on the old Whatnot platform with T_slabs. And that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. We're going to take a look at why the fuck are you buying your goddamn cards on Whatnot, because again, especially from stuff like this is a noob trap. This is some stuff. We'll get into all of it. Let's get it started with a clip here. My apologies if I have to chop up the audio. Sometimes YouTube does not like the old music playing and copyrighted music playing in the background of the Whatnot videos, so I might have to chop that up a little bit so that it's not region locked. Here we go.
Guys, we were just 20 bucks. We gotta be at least, guys. Pokey Pup, you're seriously not in here. That's incredible. Poke, you haven't said a single word all show when cards are going drastically under, and you want to pipe up when you think a card's worth something. You haven't said a single word. You're an absolute vile human being. God bless you, sir. All right.
Why do you
I need
sit
at least
through
a couple
this?
hundred T's in the
Who's
chat
sitting
right now because I'm dropping a bubble meal. We have to. We've been running Muse. Now we gotta run this.
All right, that's enough of that clip. We got a lot of music playing, a lot of not much else going on. But essentially, we got a mute card that's selling for way too much money, $20. And yes, you guessed it, and you guessed it right. It is not even close to worth that. It was, again, this was probably a couple of months ago when the clip happened. It's a $5 card. It's $5. You can go on TCG Player. You do not even need an expert to go on, get in the Japanese market and get that for you. There's plenty of it here. There's plenty of Japanese 151 that has been opened stateside and everywhere else in the world that you can go buy this sucker for $5 or $6. $6 now. Dip down a little bit. But again, pretending this is like a Grimer 101 in terms of Whatnot selling, in terms of live selling and stuff like that. You're just going to pretend everything's more expensive than what it is because you're selling stuff super quick and you're banking on the fact that you got newbies in there. You got people that are not going to check the prices, that don't know the prices. Again, it's hard to know all the prices for this stuff, especially if you're going all over the place, especially if you have some fucking idiot on Whatnot telling you that this is worth more than $20. It's not. It's not worth more than $20 from him. It's not worth more than $20 from anywhere else. And as we'll see, the condition of it is probably fucking dog shit as well. And even if it wasn't, even if it was near mint, if this is just absolutely beautiful card, condition-wise, and it probably should be, or it's going to be close to it because it's brand new. It's a new set, and it's Japanese print quality. So you would think that it would be pretty decent. So we got the first complaint here by It's Only December. All right, moving on to the next one. We have T-Slabs, who sells Pokemon cards on Whatnot, is a nightmare stealing money. He has multiple duplicates of cards, so if you pull something good, he will and has replaced cards with lower quality ones. So if anyone has information or evidence of that claim, feel free to send it my way. He also runs sponsored giveaways, which no one actually receives. I've talked to several people, about 15 to 20, and they all either got blocked right after purchase or after winning a giveaway. This is definitely something that I've been seeing here. We got the old swapperoo on the giveaways. Either they get sent something else, basically. No tracking on items that should have tracking. That's the claims anyway. We're going to take a look at that today in the video. They also would never receive their item. Stuff ships in a basic white mail envelope unless you spend enough to upgrade to a bubble mailer, which he doesn't add tracking to, at least in my experience. He is one of the most messed up sellers I've come across. You will regret buying from him. He is very stuck up, and other streams have better prices, shipping, and customer service. So like the stuck up part, I don't really give a crap. But if you're like trying to trick people into bidding too much on this stuff, it seems like there might also be, again, this is my opinion, there might be some shilling going on just based on the prices here. Yes, people are going to overpay for stuff, especially when you have the seller screaming at them, telling them they're going to miss out on this deal when they're really paying, triple or more what the card is actually worth. But here we go. Next up, we have No Fault 7926, who says, so back in July, I bought from T-Slabs a few times and spent a decent bit of money with him. Decent bit for me at least. One of the streams, someone bought a lv.x Dialga card for somewhere a little over $100 and told T to give it away. Well, I won the giveaway, but I didn't receive that package until a month later because of the tornado that impacted shipping. That's fine. The delay is fine. But when you don't receive the right item, that's not fine. That's a scam. That's definitely a scam. When I did get my stuff, I found that he didn't send me the card for the giveaway, but instead sent me a $4 pack of cards. And if this is like a one-off, you could be like, oh, oopsie doopsie, I accidentally sent him a $4 pack of cards instead of the $100 card that I was supposed to give him. I tried reaching out to him and gave it about 2 days, in which he went live around 5 times before I left a slightly negative review and then went to support, because I am not sitting in a stream begging a seller to look at their messages. I also reached out to the person that initially bought the card and wanted it given away. Both support and the buyer messaged T asking about the card, so he finally said that he'd figure it out and ship it soon. What do you mean figure it out? Just send it. He provided a tracking number and I gave it a while, but it has been sitting in pre-shipment since 8/16. I messaged Whatnot support and the original buyer again, and they both reached back out to him, but he has not answered. Also, I'm not sure if he blocked me, but I can no longer message him or view his shows, but it doesn't say he blocked. Yeah, he blocked you. So that's what you get. How in the world? Whatnot knows about this shit. There's been countless fucking complaints. We're going to just go through a disgusting amount of posts today, and there's even more. We could keep going. This is almost as bad as the Blake stuff. It's less rigged gambling and more just straight up scamming by not sending what people win. And yes, it's still a scam. If they got it for free, especially if someone donated a card as a giveaway, and then you don't give it away, you pretend to give it away, like you're attracting an audience because you're giving stuff away. And I don't really like giveaways. I think it's just a bad way. It's a bad way to artificially grow. But when you're faking it, it's even worse. Then you're into the fahim levels of scammery. So you're building an audience. You're building an audience that's going to bring more people into your show, more new people that are going to fall for your prices, your whatever the fuck made up prices, all because you're fake giveaways. All right, what we got here? Hey, I got my package from the 4th. So we got like some unanswered messages. This should be like really easy. That's not even a $4 pack. My apologies, but this is probably weighed and or left over from someone if he got a hit out of the box. If somebody's going to be slimy on one area of things, they're probably being slimy with other areas as well. So you got a weighed pack. If I had to guess, that's my opinion. Again, all my opinion. But based on the other actions, the lack of ethics at play here, I'm going to say that's a weighed pack. I would highly doubt that anything like that is going out. Like if he's going to send you the wrong item, pretty gross stuff. And again, like how many of these reports have to happen? Do I need to make a video every time? I didn't even check to see if the last dude, if they actually paid attention and took action. And it shouldn't be me. I shouldn't have to relay this message to Trust and Safety at Whatnot. Like, if you have this many people who have been wronged by this guy, and you have fake giveaways, you can't have fake giveaways. What the fuck? I also heard recently that they don't really care about view bots unless it's part of a giveaway. I hope that's not true. For the sake of Whatnot, even though I don't know. The credibility there is just non-existent. They pretended that they refunded everyone for Blake before they refunded anyone for Blake, and not everyone got refunded for Blake. Their token trophy boy, their advertising boy, NFL player that was fucking scamming everyone with rigged giveaways. They can't even refund everyone for that. Why are you using this platform? Get the fuck off of this platform. I don't care where else you go. It's stupid. It's so stupid. Whatnot does not have your back, and you should not. You should not trust just some random dude here that's screaming at you. It sucks for everyone that wants to do things legitimately, but you're going to have to find another place to do it because it's just the entire platform is fucked. All right, what do we have here? T-Slabs from Entree Elf, who says, haven't seen enough about old yappy T-Sleazy Slabby on here. Slabsy on here. Little boy screams about being robbed. Well, the cards are at 3 to 5x what they're worth. The market is what you bid. That's fine. But don't tell people fake prices. If people want to overpay for something, they're welcome to do that. But don't deceive them with condition. Especially if something's expensive. If there's something if there's a flaw on a $100 plus card, you should show it. regardless of whether it's a factory flaw or anything else. Pretty easy to do so. You might not make as much money if you're not saying it's worth way more than it is. And again, like, are the prices consistently going that high because there's that many noobs in the chat, or does it have more to do with the fact that it's just going to get shilled up? What you guys don't understand, what people don't want to understand, or they want to pretend that they don't understand, is the fact that you need to trust the person that's selling to you on whatnot beyond anything else. And we've seen, if somebody's going to cheat you on one thing, they're going to cheat you on something else. Like, it would be incredibly easy. We've seen it before. We have people that were shill bidding, and they only got caught for shill bidding because one of the people that were doing the shill bidding on another account threw them under the bus. That's basically what it comes down to. Like, unless somebody's really fucking dumb like Harvey, and they're on their phone and they're bidding, and you can see them bidding or looking down at their phone every time a bid comes up, you're not going to catch them. Even if they're half competent, they're going to fucking rip you off. Like, it would be so easy. Same with resealed shit. It would be incredibly easy for someone to be resealing stuff, and you'd never know. And the hits can still be there. They'll just make sure that whenever that pack goes, it goes to someone that they know. It goes to their buddy. It never gets shipped out. They can sell that card later. Just be careful. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason to be in this stream buying stuff. Like, not only can you just go buy it now and get a better price, but you don't have to listen to this fucking idiot. Jesus. Sorry about the language. I'm a little worked up here. We got more to get through. Only states comps that he just pre-rated someone into overpaying for the day before his stream. Absolute joke combined with Homeboy's glaring narcissism. I don't know how anyone can listen to, let alone buy from this absolute redacted, probably a really bad word there. It may be time for Rattle to step in on this one. I mean, usually, like, guys, I think if you're watching the channel, you probably understand that you shouldn't be buying in here. But the problem is, like, maybe not everyone gets that. And the thing is, if 80% of what he's doing here is shilled and never ends up actually selling, if there's 20% that people are overpaying 3x, it's probably still worth it for him. It should be shut down long before any of this stuff. But so apparently he had some beef with this Chef Ken Lee guy. So from what I've heard, Chef Ken Lee did this, made this video here. He's got a little sound button where he's making fun of T-Slabs, his selling tactics, basically overstating condition and price and all that stuff. And then T-Slabs sent people to report Chef Ken Lee. We'll watch this real quick.
Oh, hold on. Chat, this is Minty, get it graded. I don't need to show you the back because you have to just trust me. Get it graded. You'll get a PSA 10 through 10 guaranteed. Oh my god, I'm getting killed here. Oh my god, oh shit, that's half price.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we've been looking at here. So here we have it. Putang Wu-Tang says, another T-Slabs near mint special. It's near mint, chat. Fuck this guy. Why people continue to suck his dick in chat is beyond me. He sells Pokemon cards and people act like he's the second coming of Mother Teresa. Now, the people that are supporting it, it could be just that they're trying to latch on to something. Or, I mean, he's going to have people that he's going to send people their way, maybe a raid, maybe whatever it might be. People that are profiting from what's going on here, that sort of thing. Now, I mean, anyone that's got any sort of audience is going to have people that are dickheads or that want to pile on and tell people, you know, fuck you. People can pay whatever they want for this stuff. The problem is the deception in both condition and stating prices that are clearly not the actual price. Now, should people know to look stuff up? Yes. But is it right do they deserve to be scammed? Should you just be able to make up any price you want and say that something's mint when it clearly isn't? He acts like he's charitable and giving to the community. No, dude, that is a red flag. That is every single time. Every single scammer that I've ever shown used to like my videos, and they're for the community and they're for the charity and for the kids. I did giveaways. They're lucky to get anything. Fuck the $100 card. They get a Wade Japanese booster pack. I hope it all comes to crashing down in spectacular fashion. People need to realize, and I mean, if you know anyone that's new to the hobby, the first thing you should be doing is steering them away from this nonsense. Garbage. All right, T-Slab's unavailable. Does this mean I'm blocked, or did he get shut down? No, he's blocked you. It would be too easy for Whatnot to pay attention and shut this down. I mean, all they have to do is watch one stream. All they have to do is watch the handful of clips that we're going to watch today. But maybe that's what maybe they need. They only can watch YouTube videos. They can only watch my video on YouTube here in order to know what's going on. Why would you listen? Why would you listen to all of the users on your platform that for some reason still want to stick around? Why would you take their opinion into account? Take Rattle's opinion. He's never going to buy on your fucking shitty platform. But you know what? His opinion matters because more people see it. If you know anyone that's new, tell them, stay the fuck off, stay away from this shit. Teach them how to price cards, teach them where to buy cards. Go bid on some auctions if you want to get some action in. If you want something that's more exciting than just clicking a hey, buy it now, that sort of thing. Look for deals. They're out there. There's a lot of them, even though the market is absolutely shafted right now with the influx of new people that are all chasing the brand new sets that are coming out. We're in for a little bit of a crappy time on that end. Ignore the people that are like, you're the victim and you don't know. You're going to see stupid fucking YouTubers that are going to say, oh yeah, you poor, the scalpers are ruining the hobby for you. You should be upset at them. No, you should be upset at the fucking con men that are on Whatnot ripping off new people. You want something to be mad about? Be mad about that. Bro. Fuck this guy, all because I pointed out how people are overpaying for these single ungraded cards and didn't even word it like that. All I said is look at price charting and banned me. I'm going to say is that it's fucked how these people are being bent over and they're somewhat clueless about it. And I don't know. I'd be surprised if the amount of people that are getting screwed over is that high. I would say more than likely if he's going to like scam giveaways and stuff like that, I think a lot of these top bids, these high bids, are fake accounts. Get me wrong. Maybe there's that many new people. But again, it's just slimy auction tactics, slimy carnival tactics that you see integrated into this stuff. And people don't want to believe it. People are like, oh, he did giveaways. He's doing it for the kids. He's doing the giveaways for the kids, guys. It gets worse. It gets worse. All right, we got to power through here. Del Corgi saying, in what world is this card worth $50 more than current market price? He yells at unknowing buyers all night to get them to panic bid. But I posted about this guy the other day. But when are people going to stop supporting trash people like this? On another note, he is now having his favorite mod, Lapper's Treasure, pin these messages all night to minimize the size of the chat block. I'm assuming because there is constant people in the chat warning buyers they are massively overpaying. Someone in chat who got instantly banned mentioned how someone obviously overpaid. He then asked his chat to spam T's in the chat to bury the person's comment. This guy thinks he's slick. I pray for the day people wake up and stop supporting people like this. These people are terrible for the community. I mean, it's terrible in general. The platform is terrible in my opinion. And it sucks. It sucks for anyone that wants to do some normal giveaways and or box breaks and or sell singles and stuff like that, because these people ruin it for you. And it comes to the point that unfortunately you shouldn't be trusting anything that's going on the platform when the platform doesn't stand behind and enforce rules that should exist. So we got a $14 card plus $1 shipping, selling for 61 boners, and he probably pretended that it was too much money. All right, next clip. What we got here? We got Mew. We'll take a look at the card prices too afterwards, just to kind of give you guys a feel for how egregious this is.
Guys, we were just $39. Chat, we were just $39. We're live.
Keep in mind it's MP to LP, so if he's calling stuff near mint that's not near mint, that's probably pretty beat up. We don't get to look at the card. Why would you look at the card while it's selling? You would think that you'd be showing it off.
I'm not giving you guys these for $23. That's ridiculous. All right, next one's up.
$23. Hold on. $23. Yeah, that's above market. Sick. Not happy with that, guys. Do not sell any more Mews. You're getting too good of deals. Don't go on eBay and buy one for less.
We better be at least 30 plus. That's 96.
So like no showing the card whatsoever. It just says condition is MP to LP.
Southern Islands Mill.
I don't think I looked up the Mew too.
Better be at least 70 plus. At least 70 plus. At least 70 plus. 2 seconds.
70 plus? For a Mew. MP to LP
This is
Mew. I don't think we get to see what the Gyarados sells for.
craziness right now.
Play it through here.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
So
Yeah, these
crazy.
are not damaged. What the fuck?
These are not damaged. What the fuck? Show the card.
Not today, Lynn.
They're advertised as MP to LP, but they're not damaged, guys. Don't worry. No damage on there. All right. So we had the Mew that was very overpriced, and he was pretending to be upset about it. And then we had the Southern Islands Mew that he wanted 70. He got to go for at least 70, and it's like $28 in an LP, which is probably better condition than what he's selling. Probably scratches all over it. Again, we don't get to see the scratches. We don't get to see it out of the sleeve. We don't get to see the back of it to see if there's any whitening on it. It's just, you believe him. Take his word for it. You best believe it. And then you receive it, and then you leave. We're going to look at the negative reviews, a bunch of the negative reviews. We can't go through all of them towards the end of the video here. So we have T-Slab's never beaten the allegation, asked about Chef, and this notice. Yeah, so that's the thing, too. I'm pretty sure there was or is a rule on whatnot. You guys can let me know down below. I'm not looking it up because I don't give a fuck because they don't enforce the rules anyway. But there was a rule that you can't just ban somebody for no reason. You have to have a solid reason. Now, if somebody's being an asshole and, you know, harassing in the chat, that's a different story. But if someone's saying that something was sold for too much money, I don't think that's a valid reason to ban them or to ask or suggesting that people price check things. I don't think that's a valid reason for a ban. I could be wrong, but not acceptable. By the way, guys, this video, any other video, do not use it as an excuse to harass anyone, regardless of whether they're slimy, regardless of whether they're scamming, anything like that. It is for educational purposes. I suggest you share the video if you want to contribute in any way. But that's about it. Speaking of contributing, thank you guys very much for using the link tree. It's the best way to support the channel here. Do not send me money. I would rather you guys go shop here. Troll and Toad, Securus Card Shop, Card Trader, Card Market Collector. We get the buy. We got lots of coupons. Save some money on the stuff that I recommend you purchase, or click on this stuff before you purchase the stuff that you're going to buy anyway. Don't go out of your way to buy something that you don't want. Make sure you want it. Make sure it's something that you can use, and support the channel in that way. It's the best way to do so. I don't want... buy something nice for yourself or someone else if there's nothing that you want. All right, now what do we got here? Icy Good Sales Manipulation T-Slabs. Before I start, let me just say that I have zero issue with the auction in this clip until what happens after it starts to stall out at $84. 22-second mark. If the bidder won for $84, that's all on the buyer. Now, when the seller tells the viewers that the card always sells for $160 to $170, and the current price is literally for moderately played, that is 100% a false claim by the seller. Once the seller said this and influenced another buyer to place a max bid under the amount the seller claims the card always sells for, ultimately the card sold for $130. In no world should auctions such as this continue to take place. Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed to, maybe there needs to be a rule that you're not allowed to say what the price is of something unless you're going to show... Unless you want to show it, unless you want to show TCG player or something of the sort. Just anything. What is there no rule? Is there nothing against it? You can't just say that stuff is worth 2-3x what it is. I can guarantee that if the same card got run again immediately after, the seller would still say the card always goes for 160, 170, and anything under that price or the one that went for 130 would be a steal. Sellers like this have to be held accountable. Link to price charting below. Feel free to check eBay's last sold or other resources as well for comps. So we'll take a look at the price charting here. Let's take a look at the clip and keep an eye on the condition here. You do get a preview of what it looks like. It is fucking beat.
Last
look at those
but
corners.
not least.
Fucking bent. Wait.
Last but not least, watch this. Level X Charizard!
And we don't get
What
to see
a
the
show!
front
Thank you,
outside of the
everybody. It was
sleeve.
a great day.
I would say if it's got
every
corners
single one
like
of you
that,
guys that came out. We got a
it's
great
probably
show
scratched.
tonight. We're gonna keep giving you guys amazing. We have to find it, man. I don't know where it went, Shane. Guys, we're always at least 160, 170. That's level X near mint, guys. We're not even close. Chat, we're literally at mod play cooked price, and we gotta wake it up. Thank you so much, Shank. Yes, I'll do my best to find it, Shane.
130 for this beat to hell level X Charizard.
130. Wow. Okay.
Again, I don't know if this sold to an actual buyer. I don't know which ones have or which ones haven't been shilled on. But if you're going to lie to people and tell them that this thing is 160 to 170, I also have people on shill bidding accounts. That's something that you got to be looking out for. Same with the pack searching, pack weighing, that kind of stuff. You gotta make sure that the person that you're purchasing from has, you know, some reason to believe that. So what do we got for prices here? We got a heavily played for $20. We have slightly played at like $29, $30, $50, that sort of thing. So not even close. What we have near mint down at the bottom here for $104. So you paid an extra $30 than an actual near mint copy that wouldn't have corners that look like the ones that were shown. Great. T-Slabs with the biggest deals, not. So what do we have here? 831 boners. I'll go through these, and if you guys want to, let's check them. See, are there any deals here to be had? Again, in sleeves. Did he show the cards? Probably not. It doesn't seem like he likes to do that. $535, $434, $611. That's a lot of dollars. 1 second left on here. I don't know if it went any higher than that. And we have people saying that he looks like alfalfa. I wouldn't do that. I would never say that somebody looks like an alfalfa. That is just cruel and unusual punishment. But regardless, I don't think the issue here is what he looks like. I think it is more to do with the fact that this is pretty slimy. Pretty damn slimy. I don't know if he's selling investments. Investment seller. Maybe that's where he picked up his grimy sales tactics, although it seems more like a carnival auction type thing rather than investments. But you know, maybe if you're trying to sell people on investments, you gotta convince them that shit is worth more than what it is. All right, T-Slabs and his scams. Feel bad for this nerd. See second photo. To be clear here, I think the biggest issue I have is the fake giveaways, the giving away things that are not the actual giveaways. I think that seems like the biggest outlined scam that's going on here. And clearly, I mean, Whatnot should make it pretty obvious that you're not allowed to say something is worth 2-3x what it actually is when you're selling something. I think that's pretty wrong in itself. It looks bad, reflects badly on the platform, and that's pretty hard to do when you have something that is as tarnished as Whatnot. Paying $3,700 for a creased up Japanese Gold Star Desire just because T-Slab says this is a 10 contender. Homeboy is not going to be happy when he gets the card. Thought I'd share this with the current beef going on. Whatnot don't do shit because he makes so much money for them. It's really sad. I mean, that's the thing in general. There are people on the platform that were scamming, caught on video scamming. Shout out to Lou Skilla, one of the Blakers, who was scamming on fucking video, doing the energy scam. The same way Blake was, the same way the rest of them were, not banned. So that's how much they care about whether you get scammed or not. They're just soaking fees. And as long as there's a new influx of people that are going to fall for this shit and people that are going to just desperately hold on and clutch onto this platform and hope that the next person that they're buying from isn't scamming them, they're just going to keep going with it. Until something happens with the, I don't know, there's got to be some kind of crackdown on the gambling aspect that's going on here. The scams and the gambling, rigged gambling and everything else. I mean, we see it constantly. If it's not the energy game, if it's not a bounty that they got rid of, it's the fucking poll boxes that are so easily rigged and have been time and time again, as we've seen on the channel here. We must be getting close to 90 Whatnot videos of featuring scams. It's a lot of videos. It's got to be the number one source of scams in the hobby. Suspension for 2 days due to T-Slab's bestest positive community weaponizing a baby girl. So this one's a little bit disgusting. Now, this might have been a supporter. This might not have been influenced by T-Slab telling somebody to do this. It could be a rogue supporter of T-Slab's. You never know. But what we have is a little bit of a ban over the weekend. I'll try and keep this short. I was banned for 2 days because over my past 2 streams, I was mass reported by T-Slab's cult following because I spoke about him and his unethical practices. There's a post about him on Reddit scamming people almost daily now. Since reports take 2 to 3 days to be investigated, all 4 infractions landed at the same time, shooting my warnings from 0 to 4, causing the suspension. His screaming, whining, etc. isn't actually a problem. The real issue is that he blatantly lies about the price of cards combined with shill bidders. Now, people are saying shill bidders. It would surprise me if these things were not being shilled for them to consistently go as high as they are. Yes, you're going to trick people into overpaying on certain stuff, but to keep stuff going as high as it is, it almost requires someone to be bidding in the background. on another account or other accounts. Very easy to do so. Very easy to make sure it's not on the same IP. If it's someone that's somewhere else, if it's someone that knows how to change their IP, if it's someone that knows how to navigate around any of that stuff, or if you just have a few people that are scattered around at different locations that can hop on an account and bid on this stuff, they never necessarily have to pay for it. Or maybe if you want to hide it from Whatnot, you can. Now that's something whether or not Whatnot actually looks into. I don't know. I don't know if they care enough. If they don't care enough to refund everyone that was scammed by Blake, I don't think they care enough to make sure that show bidding is not happening, as long as they're soaking some fees in the process. Run very short 3 to 10 second auctions to create FOMO. Absolutely. Now, different story if it's low value stuff, but when it's high value stuff with damage on it that you're overstating the condition, that's clearly an issue. Scream the card is worth $90 when it's actually $15 near mint. He lies about condition and doesn't show the card backs either. Have someone custom bid at example $70 that someone swipes because of a short timer. All of the above is made possible by a flywheel of new people to Whatnot watching the most viewed show, which is him due to expensive giveaways that he can afford by lying and getting 300 to 500% on cards. He also tells his cult to say T to spam out whenever someone speaks against him in any way and has them blocked. Wow. All right. So the worst part here is this. This account was made and was harassing in my stream before I blocked them. It was created the same day I was speaking my mind. This is not my Reddit post. The person who made it blurred out the profile picture. They used my baby daughter's face. That is completely unacceptable. And I'm not saying that T-Slaps encourage this in any way. But if you're sending people after others, you need to be completely denouncing this and not participating in anything of that sort. That is extremely unacceptable. Beyond anything that is just even harassing another person or bickering back and forth or anything of the sort. There's no reason to bring kids into any of this. There's no reason to bring someone's spouse, kids, whatever it might be. That's a step too far. I shouldn't have to explain that. But here we are. We have PUBG Lift, who says, purchased a near mint Charizard from 151, received one with a chip in the hollow. When asked to help resolve the issue, he suggested to contact Nintendo. I understand sellers sometimes miss imperfections on their cards, but if you've listened to his stream, he is constantly promoting the quality of his cards and importance of customer service. I purchased dozens of cards from him in stream, but unfortunately I have since been blocked. So that's the thing too. You shouldn't be allowed to block people. You shouldn't be allowed to hide past streams. There's a ton of stuff that is just like Whatnot allowing people to be less transparent than they should be. And it's gross. Very disappointing behavior from one of the top Whatnot sellers. Funny enough, most of the positive posts on here about him are from what I believe to be burner accounts. Avoid T-Slaps. That does not surprise me. Again, you make it seem like it's people are buying. You make it seem like that. You catch the odd noob. You make huge money on something. You keep the cards, you rerun the other cards. You just don't ship them. You cancel orders, whatever you have to do with the people that are shill bidding on it. Guys, it is way too easy. You should not be just trusting someone random on here. It is way too easy to scam. Like, unless you're brain dead, you're not going to get caught scamming either. Hey, Paul. It's supposed to be Paul. As you're aware of, this card is a very low population in a 10 due to the fact of the horrendous quality of English distributors for printing. This is a regular issue with English. If you have an issue with the print quality of this card, I would highly suggest contacting Nintendo itself to talk about frustrations in their print quality. Back fresh card. When you have a $100 card and there's a giant fucking piece missing, whether it's a defect, whether it's an error, whatever it might be, you take the time to show it. You show it to the chat. You don't stick it on the little stand in a sleeve. It was $100 back then. It's more than that now. The price has gone up since then, as we can see here. 3 months ago, it was $100. So it was over $100. It was like $110, probably when he sold this. It's 127 now, 28. Yes, my apologies, but you gotta be showing that off. Man, a TCG player needs to really fucking clean this shit up with all this Korean and Japanese in the English section, especially the Japanese ones. That there's a whole section for that now. All right, T-Slabs is shit. That's quite the title. Supposedly grade-worthy cards for dollar starts. He goes on to spiel about it being the best, blah, blah. Then he complaining about pricing. People not paying as much as he wants. I point out it's off-center and got banned as he tells me to tell that to 1996 Nintendo. So it's pretty consistent at least. He's going to blame the... He's going to blame the print company for his lack of disclosure on the lack of showing damage, lack of showing imperfections on the cards. What a joke. Their sudden death starts, so he hopes you didn't notice that he's full of shit. No one graded cards to get a 9. Don't be fooled. Constant yelling and saying everyone is asleep. That's a steal. Never happy about any sale. Tells you that every sale is how much it should be. Can't buy it for what you bought it for, etc. Don't believe the hype. The cards did look to be in nice condition. Just not going to be 10s. Pretty toxic overall. You've been warned. So, I mean, people are going to figure it out eventually, but it just shouldn't be, that shouldn't be a thing. Why is Whatnot allowing this to go on? Now we have the T-Slabs currently not very banned. We'll see if any of that changes. Maybe the Whatnot moderators are just sleeping right now. Maybe it needs a little bit of exposure before they can do that. Well, let's look through the reviews real quick, some of the negative ones, and it just reiterates all the stuff that we covered in the video here. We have Soulmates and Style says I was supposed to receive a booster box and instead I received a singular card. Can't believe this, was scammed. So that's the thing too. It's just like it seems like Whatnot is not enforcing. If you give away something and you don't give away the actual item that you said you were going to give away, so you could just, I'm giving away a first edition base booster box, and you send them a $4 Wade pack of Japanese instead in a PWE. Like, you can clearly, there would be tracking if they're supposed to send something like a booster box. Like, this is easily proven to Whatnot support. They can easily just go check that. They don't even need to reach out to Soulmates and Style. They can just go check the tracking. Smoking Singles says cards are not as described. Heavy MP and damaged cards was not what displayed in auction. Will not be opening his shows or purchasing any further. I put a ticket in with Whatnot. This is outrageous for a big seller to pull this off, ruining the industry of Pokemon. Now, big seller too is subjective. It would be very easy to fake and pretend that you have a lot of people in the show. You have a lot of people bidding. It doesn't take that many accounts to put yourself up near the top if you only had to have like 300 viewers or something like that. If you bought 300 accounts and then the giveaways, if they happen to not go to your fake accounts or whatever it is, you don't send the actual item. Tappin says, seller blocked me after I left an honest review about card condition being worse than expected. I gave 3 out of 5 stars. First time I've ever left any seller less than 5 stars. There's a cult following, and if you don't play along, you get banned. That's the thing too. It's just like you send someone, you didn't make it right. You weren't right when you. I mean, we saw multiple instances in the clips that we watched today. There's more. There's way more. We can't get through it all. There's too many. We have Paul P, who says card was in terrible condition, complete whitening on the entire edges/border on the back of the card, and no way this card was even close to a $185 card. Card had edges raised, complete trash. Card was easily moderately played to heavy play. Kept saying this was a huge card and the condition. T-Slab should have known it was not. Will not be. Oh no, he 100% knows. He knows that the prices that he's stating are way higher than what they actually are. He purchased the cards to sell them to people. So a lot of these reviews, this is not just like every auction, which it would be if probably every person that ever purchased, and then they look up how much the card is worth and they receive it and it's in lesser condition than advertised. You'd have way more of these. So again, that's kind of another reason that I'm suspecting that we have shill bidding going on. Sensei Greg says the sender only provided a box after 3 requests and subsequently blocked me. They failed to deliver the other pack that was won as a complimentary giveaway. This behavior is highly unethical, indicative of an inflated ego and manipulative tactics that exploits viewers' willingness to pay excessively. I don't know, it's just crook behavior. I don't think we need to go into anything further than that. We got Yo Mama with 0, 0, 0, 0. Yo Mama 0, 0, 0 says I was happy with the purchase at first, but when I received it, I realized a good sized crease was on the bottom. I thought T-Slab does heaters, not binder damage, so I was so disappointed. I also purchased a Japanese fossil Lapras and was also told heaters, but when I received it off the top left corner, it was bent and the card was noticeably off center. T-Slab has fire cards, but lately has been letting me down. I've watched the many streams or T-Slabs and enjoyed every minute. But after receiving... No, this has got to be a lot. This is going to be a fake review. No one fucking enjoys watching that shit. After receiving cards from T-Slabs, I'm not sure I want to purchase anymore because I feel like I've been tricked. After receiving my 2 cards, sadly, I've lost interest in your shows. I just don't want to be fooled again. You probably got blocked for that. I would imagine if the guy that gave you 3 out of 5 for not as described condition got blocked, these 1 stars are definitely getting blocked. Just a heads up, I'd encourage you to read the other reviews if you want a giveaway. Giveaways aren't real from the seller. Seller sends the item by means that it's unable to be tracked. One day it will say delivered, but it won't be. Whatnot support will not assist since you didn't actually make a purchase. Seller's free to circumvent the giveaway policy as they like. Can't imagine hitting a big card for hundreds of dollars and having this happen with no means of recovery or accountability. Why? Why whatnot? Why is it? Why is it that someone can fake giveaway? Could you just fake giveaway just the most expensive items in the hobby? And you'd never have to ship them. You just send something else. You send a PWE and it gets marked shipped or marked delivered at some point in time later on. Like, what kind of platform? What kind of exploit? Easy to avoid exploit is that. Attack on Funko says, I've been wanting to buy on T-Slabs for a while. I won 3 giveaways, which was perfect to test shipping times and how things were shipped. It's been 3 weeks and I still never received anything. I have no tracking numbers to start. First time that's ever happened on Whatnot. Looking into this, I found out it's because it's being shipped in an envelope, not a bubble mailer, not a box, a classic envelope with no tracking. I assume this is why my stuff never arrived. It either got stolen during shipping or was never sent. Looking into the other reviews, I reached out to some people who said the same thing or said they were blocked from streams, and clearly this was an ongoing thing. I will say, though, if you have a lot of money and you do spend it with them, they take care of you compared to random buyers. You're overpaying. If you're going to overpay them for the items and you're going to win these items at the prices that they were going for, all the ones that we took a look at today, yeah, they're probably going to be pretty nice to you. Was super excited to find a great Pokemon stream, but ultimately was let down. You got fake giveaways scammed. And you're still saying that, like, you think the stream is good? My apologies, but please wake up. Show is called Minty, and cards received have creases or appear slightly bent. Feel like I got sold. Lesson learned, I guess. Yeah, well, lesson that shouldn't have been learned, shouldn't have had to been, because it should have been shut down by Whatnot. One sec, guys. little cough action. We're good now. You gave me the wrong giveaway. You said it was the new booster box with Eevee on it. I'm pretty sure someone paid for it to be that one person. I followed that person after I won. Yep, fake giveaway. And the worst part is, not even his own fake giveaway. So someone paid to give something away to the chat. And he just kept it. He just kept it instead and sent you something of lesser value. We got Fur, who says, Hollow had huge scratches across front, which wasn't there during the auction and only when I received it. Upon messaging about the issue, I was wrongfully blocked even after I had spent over 10K in 5 months on the stream and given nothing but positive reviews, love, and support. But the one time something happens and I message about it, I get blocked. This is disgusting. Malpractice and misuse of power. I will be writing to Whatnot board of directors so nobody else gets scammed like this. Got bad news here. They're not going to pay attention, but at least you get your review in this YouTube video of sorts. All right, last one we got Travis Ryan, who says won a base set Venusaur and was sent a pack of Supercharged Breaker instead. Again, probably Wade, probably garbage, probably the same con that's been going on. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this is a wake-up call for people that are still on the platform. Hopefully someone does this stuff right. Drip has kind of been a refuge for people that got banned. I was talking to them at one point in time and they kind of started ignoring me when I was warning them of people that were banned from Whatnot for scamming and moving over to their platform. Again, my consultation, if they want suggestions, if they want anything of that sort, is absolutely free. Been providing free advice for Whatnot here for quite a while, since the platform pretty much came out. And they don't listen. They don't care. They just want to soak some fees. Again, I really hope Fanatics and eBay have seen very little issues. There have been. I've heard a word of issues. If anyone has issues on there, do let me know. We're going to cover that as well. And hopefully the vetting process. I think the largest issue is the vetting process and just the lack of, like, discipline. The lack of discipline that's taken against people. If you're caught scamming customers, it should just be a zero scam tolerance. You're gone. See you later. Go to Drip or whatever. I don't know. So I don't know if the Drip stuff or the TikTok stuff is just that there's less scammers on there because there's less users on there. But it shows up a lot less than it does on Whatnot. Or maybe they're just less tolerant of what's going on. But if there's issues with any of it, do let me know. I am impartial and I'll cover any of it as long as it's egregious enough as what we've covered in the past. Thanks for tuning in. Look out for each other out there. Whatnot, just stay away from Whatnot, please. I know if you're a seller on there, find another way. You're gonna be all right. The honest sellers should be more upset than I am about this platform and the absolute fucking trash that it's become. The absolute trash that it continues to be. There's zero sign of them trying to improve the customer experience and customer, I guess, security of purchasing on the platform. It's just never-ending scams. It's gross. Thanks for tuning in. You guys have a good day. Love you.